Hi, everyone. Welcome to our World Peace Hologram session for today, August the 29th. And this is to address the situation in Texas with horrible rainstorms and hurricanes that don't seem to be stopping. It just is horrific. And it seems like it's going to be a disaster of the century. I'm just going to stop and check on my microphone, make sure we're being picked up here. Well, it doesn't seem to have any other control, so I'm going to say that we're live and you can hear me. So I hope you can. Yes, so my name's Carolyn Winter. We're doing a World Peace Hologram session for the situation in Texas. I asked participants beforehand that wanted to join us today to send in intentions, as many as you can, for the images that you're seeing on TV or in the news, or maybe even for your friends or people that you know in Texas. Send in what you would like to intend for the disastrous situations that you see that are quite the opposite, that are supportive and helpful. And of course, send in an intention for yourself. What do you need so that you have energy to put out to the grid of humanity and helps create a loving energy and presence for Texas and the whole recovery effort. So there's no right or wrong way to do these sessions. I have my World Peace Hologram repatterning, but I must check before starting that we're not going to use that one today. So we're going to use the regular repatterning system, this mandala that starts with orientation, identifies problems, intentions, repatterning, healing modalities, and positive actions to do after the session. And I'm going to incorporate all the intentions that you submitted as well and see where we go with that. So some people have asked, well, how can you repattern the world with these repatternings? So I'm going to spend just a brief moment to explain all of that. We all are resonating, vibrating fields of energy. And of course, job one is to look after our own field of energy and the things in our field that need to clear. But the truth is, we're an interconnected world. Our field of energy interconnects with absolutely everybody out there. So when we hurt someone else, we're really hurting ourselves because we are really interconnected. So magnify that simple principle out there. If we see peace disturbed in the world, then that means the only reason we can see it and the only reason we can be affected by it is because we ourselves have that vibration in our field of energy. And so it might be, my favorite example is how road rage here is like some kind of violence with cars and people over there. And it's one and the same frequency, isn't it? So if we can change our own frequency for something like road rage or whatever the non-coherent pattern is that we're vibrating to, first of all, we experience a sense of inner peace for ourselves, a new level of contentment, awareness, and coherence. And we put this frequency out to the grid of humanity where other people feel it as well. So when we do these sessions as a group for, say, a focused topic like the natural disaster in Texas, what we're really doing is pooling some of that clearing of energy to make like a little hologram, a little bubble of energy that can be directed at something. I like the work of author Lynn McTaggart, who wrote The Intention Experiment. You're probably familiar with her work. She's done many intention experiments where thousands of people sign in and they'll do a session just focusing on the violence, say in one small town in Sri Lanka, and kind of shrink the violence by 50%, just by everybody focusing positively on one area. So that's what we're about tonight. We're using the resonance repatterning system. We're taking responsibility for ourselves to repattern our own field of energy, and we're creating this entrained field of energy among all of us participating in these group sessions to help Texas. Okay, are you ready? All right. Now, I'm going to bring up my notes so I can take the notes as I'm going along. And so I won't necessarily You'll see my eyes kind of darting around as I'm doing the session. I'll be using the mandala and muscle checking to see where we go and your intention. So stay tuned. In fact, let me just see if I can size this up so I can be with you, see the eye of the camera a little bit more easily. Maybe we're doing it here. I'm going to move that on over. Okay, better, much better. And let me just size that down and move that over, and away we go. All right, so we're ready. Let's start the session. So I'm now proxying the field of energy for all people who have given permission up till now, today, August the 29th, 7 p.m. here in Toronto, and anybody else who's signed into this program after the event, because time is nonlinear, and have given permission to be included in this session. So I'm now proxying everybody and using our mandala. I'm going to check for if we need an orientation. We don't. We need to check on problems. Interesting, we don't. I guess we're all really knowing what the problems are. Checking on intentions, yes. So we're going to start there. The intentions section asks us for the intentions that we want for today. It's an intention that we want in some period of time. It's for today, this week, this month, this year, just for this situation and today. So for that, I'm going to read a partial list of all the intentions sent in. For the first section, your intentions that you made for other people. And then I'm going to select one sentence that will proxy the whole group. So, and it's just, I read these earlier, and you just feel expanded when you hear the words of you. All of you put the intentions into such great language, which is very healing. So the first one, my intention is for all those affected by the hurricane to have a deep sense of trust that all is truly well, despite appearances, permeate their beings and the atmosphere. Let all those, that's the first one. Second one, let all those stranded on the highways be found and rescued. My gosh, and I saw a story of the first responders that were just left stranded because they just couldn't risk getting out there with another vehicle before other help arrived or something. 3, the storm dissipates overnight and the rain stops. I think I heard some good news about that at our 6 o'clock news, that maybe Houston is going to be spared the deluge that they had previously forecasted for tomorrow. People are safe and strong to get on with their lives. I intend to create more resources for first responders so that they can do their job. We allow waters to recede. People and animals take the opportunity to leave to higher ground safely out of the crisis area. Resources are easily reached and comfort is abundant. So we're off for all of these so far. And gosh, watching the news, you can see how when you can't see the bigger picture of what's going on, it's hard to know. Stay with your home, leave now, decide later. Everybody, has waited kind of a little bit too long in some cases. So this will help send that energy of clarity of what to do when. May loving bonds be formed as people come together to support each other in crisis. May effective environmental protections result from the damage. That would be great. And may all those involved be left better than they were prior to the storm. May the waters part so that first responders get through. I guess that was twice already. And the country comes together to help Texas. That's an important one. We don't want to leave anybody behind. And everyone affected by the hurricane is able to find and be with their family members and know they are safe. And we need to read some more. I'll read one or two more. I intend wisdom and courage to flow where confusion and fear exist, and actively resolve to survive and support each other with clarity of thought, making those tough decisions as to what to do next to be safe, and let go of unnecessary burdens on the heart, loss of belongings, home invading, and should have messages. And we're off for that. And may the nation and the world commit to developing more ways to live on the earth. So we need one of these statements to just proxy all of them so that we can check on the resonance, and we do. It's 1 through 5. 1, 2. Let all those stranded on the highways be found and rescued. And we're off for that. Off for that one. Now, we need any other intentions for the whole situation, anything we haven't covered, we don't. So that was a very good list. And of course, you probably have other things that you can add, maybe even something specific. If you're in Texas or you have a specific situation that you know about, add that to the list for you. But now we need to consider a personal intention. Yes, this is something for each one of us to resonate. It might be totally independent of the storm, but something that you need as by way of an intention that would support your energy field. You feel nurtured, nourished, and taken care of, so that you have an energy to upload to the grid of humanity yourself. So that intention would be, so I'll read some of the ones that we have. I maintain solidly grounded in, I maintain solidly grounded in my spiritual connection and emanate love and joy regardless of changing circumstances and people's erratic behavior. See, I couldn't even get that out coherently. I am loved and supported is another one. Nice. I experience generous collaboration. Wonderful. I accept that I have gifts to offer that are needed, and I offer them freely to others. I stay grounded and available whatever is needed, answering the calls and texts of friends who are reaching out for empathy or support, free of the need within myself to fix it, and allowing them to flow in the direction they need to find their way, which is great because, we can soon empty out, and we don't burn out, we empty out. There's nothing left to give if we are constantly fixing, especially with something this huge. I am a flame of light, burning brightly, reaching into the darkness and lighting up even the darkest corners. I shine my light to ease the pain and suffering of all and hold them in the heart of God. So that's a lovely sentiment. Thank you. That's a good intention. And may I be ever more grateful each day for the blessings in my life. May I be so I'm going to change that into an intention. I am grateful each day for the blessings in my life. I am inspired to make choices that support the greater life, and I receive guidance to clearly see how I can best contribute to heart-based work, I think that is. So those are some of the personal intentions. And of course, if you have anything to do with your own situation, relationship, circumstances, work, career, money, health, the normal ones, please go ahead and make your intention. But the one that will proxy the group is number 1, number 2, number 3. I experience generous collaboration. Now, apart from our situation in Texas, you can experience generous collaboration when you're working on committees, when you're in a work project, when you are a single mom at home asking the kids to pitch up and help out with all the chores, etc. Collaboration is entrained energy. And when we have entrained energy, everyone is uplifted, is energized, and has more energy to do more. So that's a great intention. So that's a personal intention to proxy all of our intentions, and we are off for it, as we are for the one for everyone else. Okay, so we need anything else from the intention section? We do. We need from section large B, C, D, the commitment needed. Yes. So what action do you need to take to manifest your intentions, no matter how small the action? And I'm going to say, so now I have to come up with something that's an action, I guess for myself personally, that can proxy everyone else. So for you at home watching, think of an intention for at least your own personal intention, an action you need to take that will help you manifest it. I'm going to say, I stay focused on my to-do list and my priorities. And I'm going to use that as an intention for everybody. But we need a specific action. And finish my web copy project before starting something else. I tend to have a million projects that go at any one time. And of course, I always like to do the fun things first and the boring things later. So this will help me stay on track to get some solid things done. So I free up more time to get other projects done in a timely manner, I guess. So proxying the group, my intention, action intention. So this is what we want, an action intention. I stay focused on my to-do list and my priorities and finish my web copy project before starting something else. Definitely offer that. And I don't know about you, but whenever there's some of these natural disasters or world events that are of catastrophic nature, I tend to get suddenly addicted to the news. I don't typically spend that much time watching the news, just a little something every day to stay in touch with the world, but I kind of want to stay up to date moment by moment, and before I know it, it takes over my life. And I have to stay out of that if I want to be helpful to other people. So that's that. And so now we have a commitment statement. I'm going to check what we need for our commitment. So it says, I am 100% committed. This is for your action to stay focused. I'll just shorten it by saying staying focused on my to-do list. And with the first part, unhesitating action. With unhesitating action, that's what comes up. And I accept Okay, so here's our statement. I am 100% committed to staying focused on my to-do list or whatever action you picked for yourself with unhesitating action. And I accept the divine plan for my life. And well, we're off for that. Okay, and we need section C. We don't. Now, another part of the intention section is to check for inner resources needed. So we need A, B, an optimistic attitude. So the question here is, what positive thoughts, beliefs, or images about your intentions for the situation in Texas for the recovery effort or for yourself personally do you have? So I'm just going to brainstorm a little list here for all of us. Positive thoughts, beliefs, or images. Say the storm dissipates and loses strength tonight. Through the power of our thoughts. How about that? Doesn't that make you feel powerful? Just thank Mother Nature and calm her down and just say enough and let that storm just stop. In the storm dissipates, loses strength tonight through the power of our thoughts. We need to list more positive thoughts. Well, we don't. I think that's probably big enough. So, but muscle checking, we're off for resonating with that. Okay, next, what else do we need? We need an inner strength or a positive quality. We do. Now, this is important because the inner strengths that we have are very likely the inner strengths that all of the victims of this disaster need. So what are our positive strengths? I'm going to put I am, and I'm just going to tune in for a moment to each of you. Wow, I'm getting flooded with all kinds of statements. I am caring, visionary. I can see what's happening. Strong, prepared, organized, leader. Not caring, compassionate. Need to list more, need more details. Gosh, kind of name your own personal qualities. Know that you're included in this session. But our statement, I'm caring, visionary, strong, prepared, organized, a leader, and compassionate. We're off for that. So write those qualities down for yourself, your own qualities rather, and know that they're included with this list. We'll repattern that. We need the sound quality to go with this. We don't. We need some receptivity. I love this statement. I am receptive to the field of limitless energy that makes all things possible. Now, that's an interesting statement. It really goes back to the quantum physics, new physics idea that everything is a vibrating field of energy, but before it manifests into physical form, everything's in this mushy sort of place called potential. That's what the physicists call it. It's just like nothing's crystallized yet. It's just in potential. And what makes something manifest, like, this desk, this computer I'm on, that picture behind me, or my lovely flowers, is our attention, is that we with conscious awareness are seeing it. If you'd like to be further inspired by that whole notion, I highly recommend the recent book by Deepak Chopra, You Are the Universe, and you'll suddenly understand how much power you really have as an individual just with the power of your thoughts, because it works with this field. So when we're receptive to the field of limitless energy that makes all things possible, a catastrophic storm could break up overnight, as if we just blew angel dust onto it and there it went. So think positive. We're going to resonate with the limitless field of possibility. Okay, well, we need anything else from the intention section? We don't. We need something from repatterning, modalities, action, orientation. No, we're going to pause for a second. If you have some water, this is a good time to have some water to keep the electrolytes going. I'm just going to take a moment. And you might just visualize people being rescued, efforts, the water's parting, and efforts really being speeded up for the responders. Government coming through with aid. Everybody's collaborating, and there's a new spirit in America of helping each other out and responding quickly and caring about life and working with nature. Take a deep, integrating breath. And we need something now from healing modalities. No, not yet. We need action, we need orientation. So something from the orientation section of the resonance repatterning system. We need we need to identify disoriented actions, disoriented feelings involved in this bubble. I'm just looking for my book. We have a list. The disoriented feelings is 1, 2, 3. Number 3. No, that's oriented. Number 3, disoriented. Overwhelmed, space out, need to sleep excessively. It's the first one. Say, I feel overwhelmed. Well, that's how I feel about this whole thing. I feel overwhelmed. On for that feeling. There's another disoriented feeling, disoriented action. Anything else we need from feelings? No. We need to resonate. We need something else from orientation to ourselves. We don't. Orientation to others. We do. A, B, entrainment is needed. Now, I love this part. Entrainment, this is really about what I was speaking about earlier. When we have this entrained field of energy, the energy field of you and I to combine together, when it's coherent, the amplitude just doubles. So imagine the more people you have in a group with entrained energy, the bigger the field. And just like the storm gaining energy, we're going to take it over, right? So the statement here is we pulse together for trust, understanding, bonding with love and unity, and attaining a higher energy state of vitality, joy, and I will put in quick, successful rescues involved with the storm. Hopefully that statement alone will send energy of entrainment to all the responders and people trying to help. But we're off at the moment for that. We need anything else from an orientation? We don't. We need modalities straight away. We do. So for that, I go to our modalities index. And we need A, B. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is from the section of sound. We need 14, 15, 16, 17. A pentatonic mode. That's what we need. All right. A pentatonic mode. Well, first of all, I'll have to get out an online virtual piano, I think, to make this happen, since I don't have a piano, so that we can get those pentatonic modes are a set of 5 or 6 notes played in a sequence that you can work out for yourself. Very healing, very old material. So let me read what it says here. I'll just go to pentatonic modes. This, by the way, is a wonderful catalog. If those of you just tuning in, it's part of the resonance repatterning system, and it's like a catalog of all the easy to do things anybody can do to shift their energy. Anybody. Chloe Wordsworth took the best of every other alternative healing system out there and put them in this one catalog. And there's some instructions at the beginning how to use it, etc. But as a practitioner, we're going to go there. And it says here, a pentatonic mode is an ancient scale consisting of 5 notes, which has both a stimulating and relaxing effect. Each mode has specific intervals, the space between 2 notes, occurring at a predetermined place in the scale. And we need to read anything else about that? We don't. Okay, so I'm just going to, and there's like dozens of these. I'm just going to find out which one we need. And a running guess is the one that's related to fire element, because we're in the mode of summer. No, not really. Earth element, because we're in between seasons officially. We do. Okay, so earth element is the space between seasons, and we're kind of at the end of summer, but not quite into fall yet. So we need the first one, the second one. So it's pentatonic mode for late summer, and we need 1 through 5. 1, 2. We need the second one. So I'm going to write out the notes for myself and then hopefully play them on this piano for you. and hopefully you'll be able to hear them. I'm counting on it. All right, we need C sharp. We need, yeah, C sharp, D, F, G, A sharp, and C sharp. Okay. Good. All right, so I've got my notes written out. I'm going to size them up here so I have them in front of my piano. And I'm going to start with this C sharp. And so we need to keep this order. Here's what they sound like. Sounds kind of dire, doesn't it? We can scramble them up. I'm getting an off. I'm going to just play them as written right here. So C sharp, D, F, G, A sharp, back to C sharp. So whatever that sound is, this is the sound that we need to shift our intentions and create that entrained field of energy. So just take in the vibration. You might just close your eyes. I'm going to play it a couple of times without talking and at different speeds or lengths. Is this complete? It is. Take a deep integrating breath. Let's just integrate that healing modality. It's about taking in this frequency of the sounds. And this is complete. It is. So just slowly open your eyes and come back. And we need anything else for this session. We don't. So that's our healing modality. I'm going to now go back and recheck our information to see if we've shifted these statements. So, processing our long list of intentions for everyone out there being affected by this tragedy. The statement is, we let all those stranded, we intend, no, all those stranded on the highways are found and rescued. On for that. So we're on for that now, present tense statement. And the next one for us personally, I experienced generous collaboration. And we're on for that. And next one, I stay focused on my to-do list and priorities and finish my web copy project before starting something else. We're on for staying on track and whatever your action intention was. Here's our statement for commitment. I'm 100% committed to staying focused on my to-do list with unhesitating action, and I accept the divine plan for my life. And we're on for that. Next is the storm dissipates and loses strength tonight through the power of our thoughts. That's our optimistic attitude, and we're on for that. Yes. Our strengths. I am caring, visionary, strong, prepared, organized, a leader, and compassionate. And we're on for that. And next is I'm receptive to the field of limitless energy that makes all things possible. And we're on for that. Two more statements. I feel overwhelmed. We're cleared for that. And lastly, we pulse together for trust, understanding, bonding with love and unity, and attaining a higher energy state of vitality and joy. Of vitality, joy, and quick, successful rescues involved with the storm. And we're on for that as well. So all of our statements have cleared. We need any positive action, anything else to do after the session? We don't. Our session is now complete. And we are repatterned for sending positive energy to all of the storm victims in Texas, or to do with the natural disaster happening. Now I think it's covering a couple of states, so hopefully this extends everywhere. So what next? Well, I say just watch the news. You might come back to this video and watch it again. It'll just start replaying once the broadcast stops. And you know, if you want to reboost your intention experiment for this situation, just listen to the video again. Watch the news and see how what we've talked about tonight starts to crystallize before your very eyes and gets reported on. And then also notice in your own personal life, how did your intention start to manifest? And just notice it and appreciate it, and you'll have integrated it into your new way of being. So let's really, of course, everyone is encouraged to donate generously to the Red Cross. I'm sure you can find your way to those links, and take good care of yourself as well. This is Carolyn Winter. Thank you for being part of this grid of humanity for world peace. Bye for now.